It is Y107 Morning Show with Cosmo and Lauren, and it is hard to believe that coming up in September will be the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
It's even weirder to think about the fact that so many of our listeners weren't alive yet.
Right, and they've heard stories of September 11th, from their schools and from their parents and their loved ones. And an event that happens here locally, and the 5th anniversary of the Columbia 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb is this weekend, Saturday. And we've got a member of the Columbia Fire Department with us in studio, Tommy Gorin from CFD. Tommy, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, brother?
Good. It is hard to believe, right, that number one, the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and then the 5th stair climb.
Absolutely. It's mind-boggling to think we're here, but what better way to commemorate that than to host this climb on Saturday?
Now, last year, obviously, COVID changed so much. It ended up being kind of a virtual climb. Things are different this year. Tell us about this year's climb.
That's right. So things are starting to slowly open up for us. So usually we do this at Faroe Field, and we were unable to do that there this year. But the city has graciously given us the opportunity to climb at the 5th and Walnut parking garage. And so it is 10 stories tall, and we climb 110 stories because that's how tall the World Trade Center was. So you will make 11 trips up and down to make the 110.
Because think about that for a minute. We've all seen that.
I cannot even fathom just the magnitude of how tall that is. I mean, I know it's 11 rounds, but to see it all stacked up on, I can't even, my brain can't do that.
And then to think that those guys were going up there and they hadn't even started working yet.
Mm-hmm.
That was just to get to where the fire was and where the emergency was, and they still hadn't even done work yet, and they were prepared to do it.
And that's in the full kit, the gears, tanks,
That's
everything.
right.
And the numbers on the side of the jacket that you're wearing, 343, 70, and 9. Tell us the importance of those.
Absolutely. So the 343 stands for the amount of firefighters that were killed that day, 70 police, and 9 EMS. So for a total of 422 fallen first responders that day.
So now people can climb at the event on Saturday. You can register to do that. We've got a big link up online at y107.com. It explains all of that information to kind of kick off. I don't want to say festivities, but it is a little bit of a celebration as well. There's an event Friday night in Boonville, and I'm honored to be asked again to be a part of, to help kind of MC. Talk about what the bash is, the Brotherhood Bash on Friday night.
So the Brotherhood Bash is our night before event where we get together and have dinner and a guest speaker, raffles, including a bourbon raffle. This year, we're going to have a barbecue dinner and dessert from Sweet Smoke Barbecue and Chick's Crazy Confectionery. Your ticket includes that dinner as well as a free beer from Logboat. Doors will open for that at 5:30, kicks off at 6 o'clock. We will have raffle items, jewelry from LC Bets, a Nintendo Switch, a pellet grill, Club Car Wash membership, gift cards to various places around town, Dr. Detail, Coley's, etc. We'll have a guest speaker, Tim Duffy. He is a retired FDNY firefighter. If you've ever seen a picture of a fireman riding through all the rubble on his Harley in full gear, that is him, and he is going to come speak at our event. This year, we also are offering transportation because it is out at Cooper's Ridge. So if you would like a transportation ticket, that is just an additional $5. For that, it's $15 ticket for the bash. If you want transportation, it will leave 5:30 in the Columbia Mall parking lot by Target.
Now, I know that a big reason why we want to do this is to remember the people who didn't make it out of that event. But there's another benefit, too. So tell me about the organizations that will be benefiting from this.
Yeah, that's a great point. We made a vow to never forget. Not only remember on September 11th, but a vow to never forget. And first and foremost, we're an event that exists to solely commemorate and remember the fallen first responders. With that being said, we keep our money locally. We keep it inside of our community. And the first beneficiary that we chose was Safety Net of Missouri. And that's our local line of duty death organization that covers Boone, Cole, and now Callaway County. And they cover line of duty deaths for fire, police, EMS, and correctional officers. So if I were to be killed in the line of duty, they're going to show up the day of to my family and write them a $5,000 check to start getting things moving. And then they're going to sit down with that family and look at how they can financially begin to support that family, maybe free up some financial obligations they have because that source of income is now gone. Secondly, we have Firefighter Cancer Support Network, specifically the Missouri chapter. And so as firefighters, we're roughly 2/3 more likely to contract cancer due to the carcinogens that we're exposed to. And so when a firefighter is diagnosed with cancer, they provide a one-for-one mentor with that firefighter. They start giving them resources and helping them through that process till they are able to recover.
Two amazing organizations, and I know, Tommy, through your work with CFD and through mutual friends of ours and And of course, Mark Wright's story. Those
Absolutely.
two organizations are very close to our hearts, and it's a big reason why we want to be involved. Again, and we've got all of the information up about both events, the Climb on Saturday, the Brotherhood Bash on Friday night, and it's all on our website if you get to y107.com, direct links to buy tickets and much more.
I do want to give a shout out real quick to our chief sponsors. We had a really unique opportunity situation happen this year, and Joe Mockins has always been our sponsor each and every year. And the Columbia Professional Firefighters Local 1055 came up and said, hey, we want to sponsor at the chief level as well, which is a $2,500 donation.
Wow.
And so the Columbia Professional Firefighters wrote that check, and then Mockins said, well, we're going to double down. And wrote a $5,000 check.
Wow.
Okay.
So we have a very unique co-chief sponsorship going on this year, but it's really cool to see in this time of a lot of businesses struggling through COVID and the year that everybody's had, that other businesses are stepping up and filling that void.
Pretty awesome. Well, very cool. And again, a big shout out to Mockins for their donation. And again, all the details, ticket links, and more on our website at y107.com.